The multi-purpose vehicle market in South Africa is a relatively small one, mainly because the vehicles we consider crossovers tend to be more SUV-like than MPVs. For the same reason, of course, we don't really have station wagons in this country anymore. All of which begs the question why Volkswagen has decided to enter the MPV market and why it calls that MPV a Golf.
Well, you see, the Golf SV is built on the same much-praised MQB platform as the current Golf 7, and it also gets its drivetrain, suspension and interior components from the Golf parts bin. A significantly larger form factor than the Golf hatchback means it can offer its occupants more spacious accommodation and a bigger boot than the normal Golf. In turn, more space also means more comfort for occupants and a higher degree of versatility when it comes to finding a mix of packing space and seating.
But it's not all good news. The Golf SV is not the most elegant of vehicles, especially when it's compared to its rather trimmer and more athletic hatchback stablemate. It's 8 centimeters longer and 13 centimeters taller than the Golf, which means it looks quite ungainly by comparison.
The taller roofline, linked to a width that's only grown marginally, means the Golf SV looks a little top-heavy and slab-sided, while roof rails only serve to underline the utilitarian aspirations of the vehicle. The front end is pure contemporary Volkswagen, while the tall rear tailgate reaffirms the SV's MPV status. Perhaps VW would have been better off calling the SV something else, because the Golf nomenclature forces a direct comparison with a far sprightlier, far more athletic hatchback. As it turns out, there's more to the SV than meets the eye.
Volkswagen's familiar 1.4-litre petrol engine is the most powerful unit on offer in the Golf SV range. It produces 92 kilowatts of maximum power, linked to 200 newton meters of torque, and that torque available from just 1500 RPM. In this particular instance, the gearbox is a 7-speed DSG dual-clutch transmission.
The focus of the engine is as much on economy as it is on output, with a claimed combined cycle figure in the low 5 litres per 100 kilometre bracket. However, much depends on the driver's right foot discipline. We saw around 7.5 litres per 100 kilometres during mixed driving. Refinement is impressive, however, especially when the gearbox is left to do its own shifts in full auto mode.
Anybody interested in buying the SV will be interested in space, and the SV has space in abundance. The middle row is split 60-40, and each element can move forwards and backwards to increase either luggage compartment space or obviously legroom. You can also fold it flat completely. The boot, 500 litres with the seats in the rearmost position, 590 litres if you move the seats forward, and with everything folded flat, 1,520 litres.
Fit and finish is pure Golf, and that's a good thing. The execution is handsome without becoming too ostentatious, while standard specification is comprehensive, in line with the car's comfort line trim level. Our test unit included a large panoramic glass roof, which creates a light and airy ambience. Seating is comfortable front and rear, while the dashboard's design is clean and unfussed. A colour touchscreen display provides an intuitive interface for most vehicle systems and features, while analog instrument dials are framed by a multifunction steering wheel.
The SV won't burn any rubber, but it does perform briskly enough, depending, of course, on how heavily it's been laden. The 0 to 100 time, just a smidgen under 10 seconds, top speed pegged at 200 kilometers an hour. But perhaps more impressively than that, the unobtrusive and very slick way the 7-speed DSG gearbox swaps its gears.
In fact, it's that ease of use and overall refinement that is at the core of the Golf SV's appeal. It covers long distances effortlessly, while the suspension favors comfort over response, but without compromising composure. Even the overlight steering suits the SV's personality, while the ABS brakes, electronic stability control and extensive safety features ensure peace of mind.
With the launch of the SV, Volkswagen extends the Golf nameplate beyond the hatchback segment and into the family motoring mainstream. It's not the most handsome of vehicles, nor the most powerful, but it does have practicality, space and refinement on its side, and for that reason, it shouldn't have any problems finding buyers for this vehicle.
Refinement, composure, competence and space are the core attributes of the new Golf SV. The turbo engine ensures brisk dynamics, the DSG gearbox is slick and the suspension irons out bumps and dips with ease. It's not particularly sporty nor truly attractive, but space and versatility ensure stronger than expected overall appeal.